Albuquerque, Texas was established in 1857 just north of the Wilson-Gonzales County line in Gonzales County. Another small community called Union Valley was established around the same time, about 2.5 miles south in Wilson County. At the time, the founders of Albuquerque thought they were in Wilson County. This was important because they knew the railroad plans were to run tracks through a town in Wilson County. Albuquerque was for a short time a thriving community with a general store, a blacksmith, a saloon, a school, and several other businesses. The railroad ended up going through Stockdale, several miles to the south, and this meant there was no reason for Albuquerque to continue existing, especially since nearby Union Valley was much more firmly established. When the railroad missed them, the people scattered to other nearby towns like Nixon, Union Valley, and Stockdale. No one knows for sure why it was named Albuquerque, but the most likely, or the story that's believed by most, is that the men who founded it had served in the area of Albuquerque, New Mexico during the Civil War, and they named their new little town after Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, Texas's main claim to fame, or perhaps I should say infamy, is that the outlaw John Wesley Hardin made it his home for a while and married a woman from a family who lived there. He killed 3 men while there, 2 in a gunfight, and 1 the cold-blooded murder of the town's sheriff when he caught the sheriff unarmed. There was 1 more man who he severely wounded but who managed to survive. Hardin's wife, Jane Bowen, is buried in the Knocky Nut Cemetery, which was another small community a few miles down the road from Union Valley and Albuquerque. Hardin himself is buried in El Paso, where he was finally killed. Knocky Nut, there's not really anything left of Knocky Nut either. It's just an area where people might say they're from, and there's a cemetery there. The name of Union Valley was officially changed to Union, and that is now its legal name according to the state of Texas. They have no post office. It's in the postal area of Nixon, but it is listed as a, quote, census-designated place, unquote, or basically just a small center of population. Although everyone around here still calls it Union Valley. I remember when I was a kid, I remember hearing some of the older people sometimes just call it Union, but mostly everybody calls it Union Valley. There is an actual incorporated city of Union Valley in Texas. It's up by Dallas. There isn't anything at Union Valley now but a few houses and a small Baptist church and a couple of historical markers. One of these historical markers is for Union Valley itself, and the other is for Albuquerque, which is about 2.5 miles north east of Union Valley, and the site of the old town is now all on private property. When I was in 7th grade, that's the usual grade where you take Texas history class, and we had a project in which we did research and wrote up reports on many of the area communities, not just in Wilson County, but all over this area. And all these reports, our teacher our teacher made mimeographs of them all, and put them all together, and I think I still have that around somewhere. It covered a lot of towns, and we had like probably 25, 30 people in our class, so we covered a lot of little towns around here. I didn't cover Albuquerque myself. I wrote about another small town in Karnes County called Panna Maria, which, by the way, is the oldest permanent Polish settlement in the United States. I can't remember who wrote about Albuquerque, but I think it was one of the girls in the class. And she concluded her report by saying, "There is now nothing left of Albuquerque but a pecan tree and a windmill."